Right, so today we're going to have a go at doing a based wreath, and with the based wreath I'm going to show you how to do a ribbon pleat around the edge. Okay, so you need some floral ribbon, a wreath ring, some double, either white or yellow, whichever you can get hold of, and a little block of oasis for your bump, and then some flowers to go on your bump at the top. Okay, so the first thing you do is you cut your oasis into a little bump and place it where you want it to go. Okay, then you hot glue Okay, so you hot glue, put a little bit of hot glue on the bottom of your oasis and stick it to your ring. Then I always get a 71mm wire and I bend it in half, cut it to the length that I need, and then poke it through. That secures it to your wreath ring. I also then take mine on, because you can never be too safe. Okay, so just put a little bit of tape around just to secure it on. So this is normal pot tape or oasis tape. Okay, so just underneath the ring. Okay, so just move that to one side for a moment. We're going to show how to ribbon pleat. So to ribbon pleat, you go over your ribbon, so it's back on and then back on yourself, so it's like an S. Okay, and you staple. Then you find that on the underside you have a crease, so you go under to that crease and back on yourself. Okay, and staple. And that is what we call a box pleat. So you go, your crease is now on the top, so you go over to that crease and back on yourself, and then your crease is on the bottom, so you go under to that crease and then back on yourself and staple. Okay, so over and under. Over to that crease and under. Again, if you've got a bigger ring, sort of like a 12-16 inch, you do the inside on the outside of the ring. I've only got about an 8-inch ring, so I'm only going to go all around the outside. Okay, so over to the crease and then under. Over, back on yourself, under and back on yourself, so you're doing like a capital S each time. Okay. So you go all the way around until you've got enough. Another one. So when you finish this, your end of that pleat should sit into your first pleat that you made. Okay. So once you've done that and you've got all your pleats done, then you need your German pins. Now these are German pins, so they are a double-legged pin. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, you can use pearl-edged ones if you can't get them, alright, but if not, because these will stick in a lot better. These are called German or mossy pins, right, and then you put that into your first pleat, and I always angle it down if it's a foam bottom, so it sits into the foam, so it's more secure. And I use 1 pin per plate. Okay, and the pleats should just sit on the edge of the table. I also start around by the bump as well, because obviously when you've got your flowers on, that's going to cover any mishaps or any sort of mess that you've made joining it up at the back. Okay, so all the way around. Try and get your pleats an even size if you can. Obviously if I've got more time, these would be a lot neater with the ones at the bottom are. But that comes with practice. Okay, and you can just trim the ends, you allow a little bit of overlap. The bigger ring you can go around the inside as well, but that's quite sufficient for this size ring. Okay. Then you go off and water it. Okay, so now once it's watered, you'd use your double chrysanthemums. Now if I've got yellow, because that's all I could get again, obviously if you use white double chrysanthemums, you will get a lot more scope onto what colour spray you can put on the top. With yellow I find you're quite sort of like limited, it's either going to be white or orange because the base is quite bright. But again, starting around by your bump, use your middle sized ones to go all the way around the edge, and your smaller ones, okay, to come on the inner circle. Because I haven't got the ribbon edge on the inner circle, I need to make sure that I cover my mechanics with my flowers. So I need the medium sized ones, smaller ones in the centre. Okay, and as I say, the larger ones around the edge. Now these do take up more than you would probably think. Okay, so I'll show you what I get out of one bunch. I've got 2 bunches in case I need them. The larger ones just put to one side for a moment. Okay. Don't want them too big around the edge. If you go too big around the edge, so you lose your ribbon pleat. But obviously you have to use what you've got. Ideally about that sort of size around the edge. So some of these are a little bit big. So it's like a parliament, so you've gone all the way around the outside and you've got all the way around the inside. So now you need to bring those two together. And what I do with that is I actually angle the chrysanthemum. So you've got one slightly at an angle that way and one slightly at an angle that way, but so that they come together. But you can see how that gives you that dome. A lot of florists will just put one quite in flat and one in flat. As you can see, that's just sort of like flattened off. So I normally angle them just slightly, so it gives you that little bit of a domed effect. Okay. If you've got any tiny little buds like these, just put them to one side because they can come in a minute. So that's what I've got out of one bunch of chrysanthemums. They are quite open. Okay, so I will need another bunch, just to finish it off. So again, at an angle. Bigger heads, just use those then to fill in. Okay, so you've got no gaps. Okay, you can't see your German pins around the edge, and you've got that nice domed effect. Okay. So once you've got your base done, right, then you need to do your spray on the top. Now your spray should be 1/3 your overall size of your ring. So you're looking about that sort of length. And again, it should be 2/3 to 1/3. So we go 2/3 on the return end. So we're 1/3 on the return end to 2/3 on the other end. So you're acting it like it's a crescent, or a semi-crescent. So bring your foliage in. Don't forget the sides. Okay, one in the middle to give you your height. Okay, and everything else you can see just sits quite flat on the top of my yellow double chrysanthemums. Again, bring it on the inside, but keep it quite short, again, because you don't want to cover that hole, right? And then if you've got a different type of foliage, you can add that to it. Again, the ideal sort of foliages for this is sort of soft rust, because that gives you a nice sort of like bend. And you can fill it in for a bit of density with your leather leaf. Okay, so you've got the spray on the top. So, when you've got your spray done, we need our flowers. So your most open, we're going to go for roses. Most open rose would sit in the centre, and then your medium-sized rose would come round at an angle, so it sits there, and a bud again for you 1/3 to sit at the back. Okay, then your buds that we did put to one side, you add those in, and that brings your base and your arrangement together. Obviously you don't need too many in there, otherwise you won't be able to distinguish from the two, but it's nice to bring just a few of the tiny buds in, just so you've got the link between the two. I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of jet. Okay, so just into your gaps, bring a little bit of jip. Make sure it goes into the oasis. Just trying a little bit of depth. I've got a tiny little bit of status, so I'm going to break the status down and just add that in there. This would be ideal obviously for a male funeral, because of the colours, with the blues and the yellows and the whites. Or it could be something for if you wanted like an anniversary for Easter or something like that. So the colours are quite appropriate. Okay. So if you know what colour you're doing your spray on the top, you could do your ribbon edging to match. So if I was doing this, I would have probably used a white ribbon edging round, but I went for green because it's neutral, so depending on what flowers I could get, I know that anything could go with that. Okay, so there's your based wreath.